Well, what's up, everybody? It's your coach of the Honolulu Horseas here with our Week 1 DPL game against Escher. He's a really good coach, so I gotta prep a little bit unconventionally to beat him. So this is his team on the far right, top right, and it's pretty well balanced in terms of what he could bring. Some of the scarier stuff would be stuff like Nido Queen, I foresee, with life orb, like 3 attacks, and like maybe just like rocks would be really good. Tapu Bulu could be threatening if it's the if it's 252 Adamant and Mega Horn, but I kind of expect that set to come. Umbreon and Skarmory are both really annoying defensively against the team I plan to bring. Some other stuff like Noivern, Coriogonal, although they're a little bit lower in the tiers, if they do come, it could be really annoying for my Buzzwole. And the last Pokemon, Mega Slowbro, I'm pretty much expecting that to come. It's his Mega Camera check. Basically, it's pretty much always, unless I'm like toxic, is an amazing answer to that. So there's really no reason not to bring it. And in general, I don't see a reason why not to bring it. As it not a lot of stuff on my team is pretty great at handling it. So another Pokemon I think is pretty threatening is the Snorlax. The Snorlax, if it's like a curse set, could be very annoying. Although I tried to prep to beat that Snorlax set, it's pretty annoying in terms of possible win cons. The Mienshao, I'm not too worried about the Mienshao, although it does outspeed my Nihilego, and that can be pretty threatening. Some of my speed tier issues coming into play, although he cannot bring all of these mons, but so I just had to try and prep for what I felt like would be the most threatening, and if you bring something else that I wasn't expecting, it would be pretty annoying, but it's fine. I just gotta play out the scenario. So here's the team I prep. First mon, Celesteela. So Autotomize, Air Slash, Flamethrower, Earthquake. With this amount of attack, it 2 KOs a 252 HP Nidoqueen. If it has more than min defensive investment, then it's not a huge problem, I would say, against my team. But if it's like 252 and then 252 Modest and special attack Modest, then that's kind of the set I'm expecting. So after I Autotomize, I'm going to be able to 2 KO it. And in general, it's pretty good against this team, I would say. If I can just get a lot of chip on a lot of stuff, like the Umbreon, I would say the Skarmory, although Flamethrower does a lot to Skarmory. What else do I need chip on? The Rotom as well, I need some chip on that as well. And just in general, the Noivern, I guess, would also be pretty annoying for this set, but just in general, I just need chip on. Oh yeah, the Slowbro as well. I need a lot of chip on that. But just in general, this could potentially sweep semi-early or semi-late game. It can for sure poke some holes if he's not like 252 Spadef on a lot of stuff. But if he is, then I'm gonna have to kind of play the game of attrition and try to out-sustain him in the long game, hoping for stuff to be put in the range where Celesteela starts sweeping it. Next Pokemon, I expect this to put in a lot of work. It's similar to, I would say, his Nidoqueen, where these 4 attacks pretty much hits everything super effectively. Aside from the generic stuff like Snorlax and Umbreon. It doesn't hit the Noivern super. Oh yeah, hard jump. My bad. The Noivern on speeds, unfortunately. It does a lot to Slowbro with T-Bolt. I just need to put him at like 80 if he's defensive, which is nice. But just in general, Nihilego is pretty good against this team. I could see it putting in a lot of work, especially with a special attack boost. After special attack boost, it starts to do a lot of damage, even to stuff like Snorlax and Umbreon. So it's definitely something I see putting in a lot of work. The speed is to outspeed Rotom Heat, barring he's not Choice Scarf. Even if he's plus speed boosting nature, I believe I still outspeed him. A lot of special attack just to do a lot of damage, and I just put the rest into HP. Try to keep this thing bulky and being able to switch in on stuff on weaker hits, like the Rotom, like his Volt Switch and Overheat. They're not doing too much. Resisted hits by the not the Mega, the Nidoqueen, and so I just see this thing putting in a lot of work. Like I said, I do foresee this being one of my, probably being my kill leader. Just because it's a really strong Pokemon in that it has so many tools to help it just sweep early and late game. And so that's what I like about bringing it this time. But yeah, I just need to get a lot of chip, and that's what I tried to build. That's why I tried to make this set. So interesting set. I got a lot of HP, not a lot of attack, some defense and some speed. The speed is, I believe, to outspeed the Rotom Heat, if I remember correctly, if it's a min speed Rotom Heat, which is nice. So potentially that could be really nice if you bring some bulkier Rotom Heat. But between Leech Life, Thunder Punch, and Drain Punch, it hits pretty much everything super effectively, barring like Nidoqueen. Although Nidoqueen doesn't have reliable recovery, although he does have Wish. But yeah, getting chip on Nidoqueen. This set is also really good against the Snorlax because I can boost myself as well alongside him, and I'll always be faster than him. With this amount of attack investment, if he's at 0 defense, Drain will always 2-hit KO him. And even like Fire Punch from him, if I'm like +1 defense, it does like 30 from the calcs that I saw, so it's pretty nice. Noivern is a huge threat against this thing. He made his user, so that's pretty scary. Considering the fact that he can just switch into it. I don't have Ice Punch, unfortunately. But I do have pretty decent Noivern switch-ins, I would say. Although Cryogonal as well could be really annoying if I don't click Drain. Just like a lot of the stuff that outspeeds this set in particular would be really annoying. So, next Pokemon. But yeah, I just see this thing being able to hopefully bulk up and create a lot of problems for him, is what I see. Because the fact that I have Lefty's Drain and Leech, and the fact that this will hit hard even with 100 attack, I think it will put me in a pretty good position. And this amount of defense is for the Snorlax as well, the Fire Punch I mentioned. And I believe it's for something else as well, although I'm not 100% sure. I want to say it's the Skarmory Brave Bird, but I'm not 100% sure. It could, I believe it could be for Snorlax, so that Fire Punch 3-hit KOs as well. Next Pokemon, Uxie. I'm bringing Iapapa. I was considering leftovers, but I feel like Iapapa is a little bit better, considering the fact that I have, I'm just gonna spoil a little bit, I have Wish. So Iapapa is basically my personal Wish, and even if this thing dies, I don't see it as the worst thing ever, considering that it will give me momentum. But yeah, this thing has Stealth Rock, a U-turn, Heal Bell, Psyshock, and it's pretty much just for the Nidoqueen. It's not the best Nidoqueen check, although Iapapa makes it a lot better at checking it. He's not going to be sure what item I am, which is nice, so he might think I'm like Clover or something, or you know. But yeah, just get up Rocks. Rocks is pretty nice, especially because I see him switching out a lot. His team's a little bit bulkier, not as bulky as mine, but it's more on the bulkier side than offensive, aside from like Mienshao, who from my personal experience with Mienshao, even Mienshao can be really bulky with the regenerator set. But yeah, I see Uxie doing okay this week. I just wanted to get up Rocks, free up slots on Fable, and Heal support just in case I need it. He could bring Toxic and stuff like Umbreon on Nidoqueen, 100% accurate Toxic, especially on like Rotom Heat, and Toxic maybe even on Slowbro, and those would be really annoying. And so that's why I'm just bringing this set. I can see it doing pretty good. The Nidoqueen, I think this does a lot to the Nidoqueen. It puts it in range of a lot of stuff. Like a +1 Drain Punch will 2-hit KO and stuff like that. But my next Pokemon, but yeah, I just needed a reliable rocker, and that's why I drafted this. A big reason why I drafted it is because it's one of the best rockers, in my opinion. The fact that it's so fast and it's so bulky, it's really hard to stop it from getting up rocks, aside from, you know, defogging. Next Pokemon, this Tangrowth. It's a little bit interesting Tangrowth set. I have Synthesis, Knockoff, Sludge Bomb, Leech Seed, a lot of sustain, if you don't notice, but basically Sludge Bomb is for Bulu, although Mega Horn would be really annoying, especially in a 252 Adamant set. Running max defense to try and help take on the Mega Horn a lot better and just take his hits. If he doesn't have Mega Horn, it'd be pretty good because this thing just walls it pretty much. It's like Leech Seed. Sludge Bomb, knock is really nice. Just knocking off leftovers is huge in this game, I would say. Just because, aside from like Skarmory, Snorlax, Pain Split from Rotom Heat, and regen if he stays with normal Slowbro, he doesn't have the greatest recovery, barring Umbreon Wish Passing, and I have Buzzwole. Buzzwole is basically always a switch into Umbreon, and hopefully I can like double and stuff to help beat the Umbreon. But yeah, just Knock is really nice because it gets rid of leftovers. Sort of spoiled it there, but yeah. And it's really nice for the Bulu because when he drafted last year, he drafted Whimsicott and he brought Leech Seed, Sub, Prankster, Whimsicott like a lot. So if that comes, then this hopefully can kind of help deal with it a little bit. Although I'm gonna have to be able to double, maybe even triple with this thing. But Rocky Helmet is really nice at basically getting rid of the fact that grassy terrain is active, and that whenever he hits me, he's gonna be taking a lot. And even if he's the 252 attack Adamant set, Mega Horn will not OHKO me ever, and it'll be at a position where I'll always be at like 60%-ish after I switch out, of course. Last mon, so I wasn't 100% sure what to bring here. I decided on Clefable, just because it's a really strong mon. It's my A tier, and Wish is just really nice in general against this team. Wish, Reflect, Protect, Moonblast, it's pretty much all I needed. Reflect is to hopefully help my Bulu, help my Buzzwole beat his Bulu. It would be really nice to have Reflect up when I'm trying to set a bulk up as well, because then even like Snorlax is not going to do any damage to me. I considered a lot of moves instead of Reflect, but I wasn't 100% sure what to bring, so I just decided on Reflect because it could help my Bulu setup. Although a lot of his stuff is more specially inclined, it's just mainly the Bulu, because if Reflect is up, then this thing can potentially 1v1 the Bulu as well, so it's nice. Because I foresee him pretty much 100% bring the Bulu, although it wouldn't surprise me if he doesn't bring it. It would definitely be worse for me, I would say, if he doesn't bring like the normal standard Bulu set, because I tried to prep super hard for that. But with these 4 moves, I don't even see myself clicking Moonblast too much, but it's just nice to have. But I just basically wish into this thing, get up rocks, get out of there. I don't have leftovers, but I have to like the mini wish and Iapapa. Wish into Nihilego, who appreciates the recovery a lot. Wish into Buzzwole, who also appreciates it a lot. And Wish into Celesteal, who also, like, pretty much all 4 of these mons appreciate Wish a lot. That's why I ultimately decided to bring this. Although I don't see it being like the hugest influence on the game. So, going to the replay here. So, switch sides. How do I switch sides? I forgot. Wait, yeah, you have to. I forgot. Yeah. Okay. So, spoiling turn 1, but basically let off with my rocker. Nothing on his team will 2KO me. I was kind of expecting him to lead Nidoqueen, but to get his own rocks up or Rotom, and it would be a really good matchup for me. But basically, I just let off with this, you know, get up rocks, U-turn out of there into something. And so that's what I did here. I took rocks. The move was called No Burn, but it did a lot. From that damage, I can tell that he is min special attack, I believe. My U-turn, this reveals that he is max defensive, or at least like a lot of defense. He's not split F, which is nice for Nihilego because I need just a little bit more chip and T-Bolt will kill it. I go into my Wish Passer here. He does a lot. I didn't 100% calculus, but he does a lot. So I just go for the wish here, I believe. Oh yeah, I reveal that I am Magic Guard as well. I go into my rocker as well, and my Nido Queen answer. I believe I go for Slash Shock here, so it's not the best play. I could have put U-turn. Trying to play it safe a little bit earlier. Try not to take any risks until I know scheme. I go hard Buzzle here, just because it's a pretty good check to Bulu, although I didn't design it to beat Bulu. Like 100% of the time, it's good at just an initial check to see what he's going for. So that's why I go for it here. Reveal's a sub, so I'm pretty sure that he's the Leech Seed variant, which is very annoying. But I'm just gonna try Leech Life here. Get some more regen. I can basically, he can't just like spam sub because I am getting regen as well, and eventually he's gonna take enough damage to the point where he's gonna probably kill himself or get super low, and that's not nice for Bulu. And especially because I have Wish. He does have Wish as well, but his Wish passer is pressured by this, which is nice. Sorry about that. So I just go for Leech Life here, spam it a little bit. As he does reveal that he's Leech Seed. At this point, I'm doing a little bit of math, but I think I can go for Leech Life a little bit more here. Maybe double, expecting him to try and save this thing. Go into Nido Queen perhaps. Or Scar me, yeah. He doesn't know I have T-Punch yet. But yeah, I double here into this thing to see if he wants to click the attacking move. He ends up going Scar, so I just knock here. It's pretty safe. I don't really have anything to hit this with, so I think I could knock here again. Nice. Basically getting rid of 2 of his bulky mons. I reveal that he is bulkier with that knock. Or he's at least 252 HP, I believe. I stay in here. Basically, I don't think... he is a good player, so I don't think going for over here would be a good play at all, in my opinion. Especially because if I go into like Yuxi, he loses so much momentum. I get up rocks again, I can U-turn out of there. It's just overall pretty bad play. So I stay in here, knowing that he'll probably click Bull Switch. I go for Sludge, hoping to catch the Voodoo. It's unfortunate, but I click Leech here. Yeah, I click Leech here. Just because Slowboard's not going to do too much to me. I switch into my Nihilego, thinking basically I'm a Tangrowth. The one thing I resist is ground. There's no way he clicks Earth Power here. And it's a pretty good safe play. I have Leech Seed as well to help me recover any damage from Sludge or T-Bolt if he wants to go for that to try and predict my Celesteela, or what else could he click? Yeah, just in general. But there's no way you click Earth Power on a Tangrowth, and I don't think he would be in a position where he feels like he's easily going to predict the Nihilego. Especially the fact that I stayed in with Tangrowth the turn before. So yeah, this is a nice turn for me. I believe I go for Side Shock, trying to play it safe. Yeah, trying to bluff Scarf here, so I switch out into Buzzwole. Yeah, like I said, it pressures on him a lot. I believe I click Drain. Yeah, I click Drain, trying to get some more HP back. Buzzwole has Roost as well, but I opted for Leech Life Drain, just because in addition to the fact that it does a lot of damage to a lot of his Pokemon, especially after bulk up. It gains me momentum in the fact that it gives me recovery and it does damage, versus Roost, where it gives me a lot of recovery as well, but the fact that I'm Leftovers Drain, it's basically like a Roost against most of his team, and it also puts pressure on his Pokemon getting the chip I need for Celesteela or Nihilego. So I bulk up here on his Brave Bird. That's kind of I wasn't 100% sure if he had Brave Bird or not, but from the calcs I could tell that if he's like Impish, which I believe he is, then he will not, he'll at best do like 57, I believe, to my Buzzwole with Brave Bird, and at which point at this particular turn I can Drain Punch, and then he's gonna probably feel confident enough to Roost. The fact that Drain Punch will not 2-hit KO afterwards, and then I can hopefully catch him off guard with a T-Punch here. So I click Drain here. This is overall really good for me, in the fact that this is a lot of damage on Nido Queen, and that's something I pretty much needed, because it does a lot to this, as you see. That's pretty much the chip I needed to hopefully win me late game with Nihilego, and that gives me a lot of recovery as well. And so I go into Yuxi here, my designated check to it. I think I could rock, so yeah. I directly switch out, not wanting to get Mega Horn to Buzzwole. Good check as well, because he's getting the recovery in grassy terrain. I'm getting the recovery leftovers. I'm gonna leech type here. Get so much recovery basically. Gain some more. I'm not 100% sure what his attacking moves are because he hasn't revealed. He hasn't revealed his item. He hasn't revealed if he's like banded or not. Oh, he's not obviously not banded, but he hasn't revealed if he's like grass plate or something, or the bug plate, or like a berry, like the poison resist berry, Kebia, I believe it's called. So I double into Tangrowth here, because I think he'll probably click an attacking move. He reveals Horn Leech, which is interesting. Horn Leech doesn't really hit anything on my team super hard. So it's nice to have the fact that he brought a move that's not super strong against my team. I go Cell Steel here, thinking that he'll probably Mega Horn. So I'm scouting for Mega Horn. At which point he does not go for Mega Horn, so I feel more comfortable. I go back into Tangrowth, and he makes a good play here. He saves his Mega Horn, but like I said, Mega Horn does not hopefully, which is nice. And I just go for Sludge here. After switching out, I'll be at like 76. So I'm pretty safe, pretty comfortable going Buzzle here. As he Mega Horns again, I'm thinking I'll switch in. He also revealed Life Orb, so he's taking a lot of chip from Life Orb. I believe I click Leech, yeah. Just trying to get more chip back. Blue's basically at a percent where we're able to kill him, but doing it or not. I go Cell Steel here. I click Flamethrower, just not trying to reveal the Autonomize yet. I'll admit, I did not do like a lot of calcs with Cell Steel versus Umbreon if he was like max VDF, but that did a lot less than I was hoping for. That's kind of unfortunate, but it's always a switch into Buzzwole, so I go Buzzwole here. And then I believe I Drain. I just Leech with trying to get more chip as he gets back to full, which is pretty annoying. At this point, it's pretty annoying because you can basically go Umbreon anytime I'm on. I go Cell Steel and just wish up somebody. I click Rocks here, I believe. Oh no, I just hard switch into Buzzle as he forms Leeches. At which point I click Leech, I believe. I'm not trying to double too much at this point because I'm in a pretty good position where a lot of his stuff has chip. So I'm just trying to play it relatively safe. And the fact that I also have a Wish Passer, which isn't too low at this point, like 80%. He clicks over here, which is pretty bad for me. Although I know that if he clicks Volt here, it will pop my eye pop up. Nice. I click Rocks, then I U-turn. Just trying to get my Rocks up. And I go Hard Disc. Keyball will always kill this, even, I guess if he's 30, it won't. But, I go for Power Gem here, trying to catch the Rotom. I'm still trying to block Scarf. I switch out into my Tangrowth. I believe I click Leech. Yeah, I click Leech here, hoping that he'll stay in. Or let me knock it. Or Protect even. And then I go left. I click Protect, trying to get some more chip, see what he goes for. He clicks Volt, so I'm not 100% comfortable with my play here, but I just click Wish here, just because if he goes Nidoqueen on Devolt, then I can just go into Yuxi. And he does that. So, no, I click Reflect here, I forgot. And I double into Nihilego, thinking that he won't with first click again, first power. And I triple into Buzzle, and this is basically really good for me right here. Because he's forced to go Scar me as I bulk up. And I click Key Punch here, as he reveals the Whirlwind, which is very unfortunate for me. He puts me into this though, so I just click Wish, I believe. Yeah, I just click Wish here. And I go Hard Buzzwole, I want to say. Yeah, I go Hard Buzzwole on the Horn Leech. Leading click Sub, which is nice for me. And like Life Orb is pretty interesting because it basically cancels out the fact that he has Grassy. That's pretty nice for my Buzzwole and the fact that it can 1v1 this. And I click Leech, and I get a lot. He's basically at the range where Drain Punch won't kill, but Leech Life will. So I click Leech Life here, I believe. I click Drain, trying to predict the Rotom. He does a lot, as you can see. As he reveals Plane Split, which is pretty fortunate that he gets that much HP back. I want to say I click Wish here. Or Reflect. Yeah, I click Wish. I don't believe I Protect here though. Yeah, I go Hard Chills here. As he point reaches. Getting this thing back. And I believe he goes Umbreon. Yeah, he goes Umbreon outside Air Slash. Just trying to catch some stuff. Not the best play for me there, but I go Hard Buzzle here because it's always a switch in. I believe I click Drain here, as it does a lot to everything. I just click Leech. I make a lot of like. Here's the thing in this game. I make a lot of mini misplays, I would say, but the fact that I have so much bulk means that they're not like game changing, you know. Or the fact is that just because I click Leech Life, it's not the end of the world. Although Drain would have been better, like, you know, in a lot of those scenarios where I clicked Leech on Bulu a lot of times when it was pretty obvious he would switch, and if I clicked Drain, I would have got more damage. But at this point, I was feeling pretty comfortable where I was at. So I felt comfortable just playing a little bit safe with this Buzzle, knowing the fact that Nidoqueen is super low, 36%. The Rotom Heath is basically his best way to beat this, and Drain Punch is doing a lot, as you can see. It did like 50, I believe, at neutral. And Skarm's not the best check either because I have T-Punch. And I just go Yuki here. It's pretty easy switch in for me, as he bolts and goes Skarm. Rocks, I believe, here, as he Roosts, which isn't the best for me, but I just click U-turn here. Like that's a little bit of a mistake. I think Rocks. I should have went like Clefable to try and Wish out, but it gives me a free switch into this. It gives him a free switch into this, and still trying to play Scarf. I switch out into Yuxi. I get on my Rocks, I believe. Yep, I do. His boost at full though is very unfortunate. I go Tangrowth here. Pretty safe play. I'm at full, and I can break his sub easily. He can't lose me. He clicks Mega Horn. And I click Sludge. I think I predict him to predicting me to switch out, so I go for Sludge again. So I try to predict, like I tried to predict when it was relatively safe to predict, basically, this game. I didn't want to take any unnecessary risks, and I just wanted to kind of play safe for most of the early game. Like, it's turn 68, and I'm finally trying to take risks, and hopefully at this point where those risks at the point where basically if I took risks early, they basically were, those risks were basically high risk, low reward, where, well, I guess they were high risk, low reward in the fact that the damage wasn't super important. But at this point, where everything on his team is starting to get chipped a lot, the damage is important. Like keeping this Bulu low is super important. And at this point, it's the proper time to take risks, in my opinion. Especially when Nihilego the sweep is looking really juicy. The fact that at this point I'm very aware that Nihilego outspeeds his entire team. And if I get just enough damage on Umbreon and put pressure on Umbreon, then eventually his team will kind of crumble. And the fact that Umbreon is basically the only thing that's 100% keeping his team alive at this point. So I just start Bomb Your Ice. I believe I double into double. Yep. His name is John Cena. As he Mega Horns, he takes some more chip. Which is back in Slap Orb. And I leech here, or I believe I leech. No, I make a double here. I double into this, and I just wish. As he defrosts. And I believe he's low with me. After I reflect into this, which is nice. I get this thing back to full. Basically, at this point, when he did that, this was the only Pokemon that was like, where the wish would actually affect it, and so that's a little bit of hacks, I would say. But yeah, at this point, I get weaker into Nihilego. Pretty safe. As he defogs my Reflect Away. And I double into this, predicting Nihilego Umbreon. So at this point, I'm starting to make doubles, predicting the Umbreon, hopefully trying to get momentum, and the fact that, and put him on the like really pressure him here. I just, I believe I bulk. No, I just ran. Yeah, predicting the fact that he thinks that I'm gonna try and bulk up. I double into this as he overheats. It does 0. Fire Gem kills. I believe. Double. Yeah, I double into Buzzle. Leech is 2 scaling at this point. I made a little bit of a misplay here. As he reveals a Fire Blast. I was like calculating Flamethrower. and it wasn't doing too much. It was like 2 KOing me, yeah, but like I knew for a fact that I would leech life with 2 KO him as well, and I would get recovery as well. But I did not calc Fire Blast, and the fact that that showed, it kind of made it so it's a misplay, and it does like a ton of damage, as you can see. Like, yeah, Flamethrower, it would put me like, it would have basically been like a 2 KO, but like I would have been at the point where I had like pretty good HP left. But yeah, after that, I basically go for Leech again, I believe. Yeah, I go for Leech, try and get more recovery. His Nidoqueen is super low now, and I go into my Clefable here. It's pretty expendable at this point. If it dies, it's perfectly okay with me. As it gives me Jutsu, yeah, as it gives me Rock Shoot, which is nice. I'm gonna go Bucket Hat on his Pain Split. At this point, I'm just gonna charge him, I believe. Yep. As I kills this, I get the special attack boost, so this is where it kind of starts falling apart for him. So Sludge Bomb does a lot. I get the poison as well. Flipper packs. He can't synchronize me because I'm a poison type. But he could Squish. I believe it's a roll, because this Sludge did 39. But I believe it is a roll if you kill him here. Not this time, but we're at 84, and I click Sludge here as he clicks that, and I believe there's a roll to kill, or like if I poisoned him here, he would have 100% died, but it was like kind of a roll. So that happens, unfortunately, I can get that roll. Predicting the Protect though, trying to get more recovery on this thing. I just go Buzzwole. He's at 60%, which is not a lot. I click Drain, I want to say. Quick Drain, trying to get more recovery. Rotom would die, I believe, because I have blocks up. Yeah, that's 75, so he die. I do double into this. Easy double to make. I click Power Gem or Keybolt. I click Keybolt here. Trying to just look for the Skarmory. I did go Buzzwole. I believe I Drain Punch here. Guaranteeing me to kill a Nidoqueen. At this point, I'm in a really good position, because basically my entire team, although I lost Clef, they're all relatively healthy. I still have the Tail Steel as well, that's cool. When he goes Rotom here, I go Nihilego, because it's pretty safe position. He goes into Umbreon, and I believe I just took Power Gem here. So at this point, I was like, there's no way you let me go Buzzwole again. Rocks are up, I click Drain Punch, Rotom cannot come in. Rocks are up, I click Bulk up on Skarmory coming in, and that thing will die, I believe. What percent is it at? I cannot check, but Blue is super low. And at this point I click Power Gem, trying to predict his double instant Rotom, which was a little bit unfortunate, but he could Squish here, interesting. And he doesn't click Protect here, which basically guarantees me kill. I believe he was trying to predict the fact that I would go into... I'm not sure what he would click there, if he has Toxic or not. I think he might have clicked Toxic, as he was trying to predict the fact that I would go Buzzwole. But, trying to put pressure, I just click Sludge there. I'm at +1 special attack again. And that basically guarantees the game. He forfeits here, but basically... Nihilego, it killed a Slowbro to start. But basically it would have killed this thing with T-Ball. T-Ball minimum does like 101, like 5% to a defensive Skarm, which it was. It would have killed 89%. It would have killed Bulu 100%. I have Sludge Wave, and it also outspeeds all 3 of them. So there's no way of revenge killing me, so I would have just picked up the mini sweep. But yeah, this game it definitely wasn't a perfect game for me. I definitely could have played it a lot better, especially early game, but basically this is kind of what I wanted the team that I drafted to do. It was basically a lot of bulk built around 2 Pokemon that I felt like were really good at being able to sweep teams, and then Buzzwole and Nihilego. That's basically what this game basically was. Buzzwole putting a lot of work, I think MVP of this game for sure. Although Nihilego technically would have picked up the sweep, it was basically all Buzzwole's hard work that set 100 defense, 100 attack Adamant, I believe. It's basically that set, allowing him to sustain. He was at 80% at the end of the game, and basically at this point, he has no real way of killing it either. aside from, I guess his play with there was the Toxic It with Umbreon, but aside from that, he had no real way of killing it. So, I believe that he clicked Toxic, although I could be wrong as well. But yeah, just in general, 50% Tang growth. It definitely didn't feel like a 5-0 because he played pretty well. He made a few predictions, I believe, but he just played overall really strong. Kind of forced me to take a lot of dangerous risks this game, but just in general, I'm happy that Buzzle put in a lot of work, and Nihilego put in a lot of work, getting that 5 kills, I believe. Technically 5 kills, as Buzzwell would only kill the Nidoqueen, I believe. But yeah, overall, this is basically what I wanted the team to draft to do. I'm super hyped for the season after this win. I don't believe Hacks was too bad in this game. The Sludge was a little bit unfortunate, but I don't think it had the huge effect on the game. But yeah, I don't think Hacks was super important in this game, which is nice to have, especially in like how many turns was this? 97, or technically 100 turn game in which no hacks happen is really nice for me. I'm hoping the rest of the season is like that. But if you guys enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, do whatever you gotta do. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Week 2, I haven't even started prepping for week 2. I recorded this right after battle, but week 2 should be coming out probably sometime next week. After this 5-0, I believe I'll be like number 2 in the conference, I believe, or number 3, which is nice as well. So hopefully I can build up on this win and make a nice run for myself as I head to playoffs. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and see you guys in the next one.